the royal world just got shaken again. A new bombshell report claims Prince Andrew's past behavior was even worse than most people imagined, and this time, there might be no way back for him. According to a royal historian named Andrew Lownie, the disgraced Duke, now reportedly known simply as Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor, allegedly abused his taxpayer-funded role as the UK's trade envoy to live a secret life of excess, privilege, and scandal. And what's now coming out is turning into one of the most humiliating chapters in modern royal history. So let's break this down clearly. For years, Prince Andrew has been the royal family's biggest problem. His friendship with Jeffrey Epstein cost him his public reputation. His lawsuit settlement with Virginia Giuffre cost him millions. But this new round of allegations digs even deeper, right into his time as a so-called working royal, when he was supposed to be promoting British trade abroad. What historian Andrew Lownie claims now is that during one of those trips, specifically a 2001 taxpayer-funded visit to Thailand, Andrew allegedly had 40 prostitutes brought to his 5-star hotel over just 4 days. You heard that right. 40. Lownie made these claims in a shocking interview on a new Daily Mail podcast, hosted by journalist Sarah Vine. He says multiple sources confirmed the story, including a Reuters reporter who was in Bangkok at the time and even a member of the Thai royal family. The women were reportedly arranged through intermediaries and local diplomats who wanted to keep the prince happy during his stay. If that's true, it would mean taxpayer money directly paid for his travel, accommodations, and security, all while he allegedly used the trip as his personal playground. At that time, Andrew was serving as Britain's special representative for international trade and investment, a role created under Prime Minister Tony Blair's government. The position was meant to boost UK business relationships overseas, but Lownie claims Andrew used it as cover for his own business dealings, and worse, for personal pleasure. He says Andrew was already known within royal and diplomatic circles for his lavish tastes, love of golf, and non-stop pursuit of women. King Charles, then still Prince of Wales, reportedly warned against giving him that job. According to Lownie, Charles told Blair's team, "He'll just chase women and play golf." But the Prime Minister and his allies, like Peter Mandelson, apparently overruled that advice, thinking Andrew's title would impress foreign dignitaries. Fast forward 2 decades, and now the truth is catching up. The timing couldn't be worse for Andrew. King Charles III has officially stripped him of all royal titles, honors, and patronages. That includes his right to be addressed as His Royal Highness. He's no longer considered a working royal, no longer has access to royal funding, and even lost the right to wear his military uniforms in public. His name has been quietly removed from the official royal family website, and his office at Buckingham Palace is permanently closed. Sources inside the palace confirmed to multiple UK outlets that Charles gave Andrew a final royal eviction notice. He's been ordered to leave Royal Lodge, his luxurious 30-room mansion in Windsor, where he's lived for decades. Reports say he'll be relocated to a much smaller home on the Sandringham estate, likely the Garden House or the Folly, both small cottages that are sometimes rented out as luxury holiday homes. Insiders claim King Charles will privately cover his brother's relocation costs to avoid another taxpayer backlash. Now this is where things get even messier. Andrew's ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, Fergie, still lives with him despite their 1996 divorce. They've always described themselves as the happiest divorced couple in the world. But now, with the Royal Lodge eviction, even she's being forced to move out. Friends close to Fergie told The Telegraph she feels heartbroken, but understands the king had no choice. Royal sources say the decision was made not only to save face for the monarchy, but also to protect the reputation of Prince William and Queen Camilla, both of whom reportedly urged Charles to act. William, in particular, is said to be furious with his uncle. One royal insider told The Times that William sees Andrew as a liability and an embarrassment to everything the monarchy stands for. Queen Camilla also reportedly told Charles that Andrew's continued presence at Windsor Castle was untenable. According to the same insider, she told the king, "If you want to modernize the monarchy, you can't keep pretending Andrew's part of it." Now let's talk about public reaction, because it's brutal. In the UK, polls show more than 80% of Britons think Andrew should be completely cut off from royal life. Local residents near Sandringham told reporters from the Mirror that they don't want him living nearby, with one person saying, "He's a disgrace, and the king should have done this years ago." Even within royal circles, the sympathy is gone. A former royal aide put it bluntly, "Andrew's finished. There's no way back now." Financially, the prince's situation looks bleak, at least compared to the life he once had. His only known income right now is a naval pension of about £20,000 per year, roughly $25,000. There are rumors he still has private investments and an inheritance from the late Queen Elizabeth II, but nothing confirmed. The Queen reportedly left most of her estate to King Charles, not her other children, to simplify tax issues. That means Andrew may depend on his brother for money for the rest of his life. Despite everything, Andrew technically remains eighth in line to the throne, but that's largely symbolic. He has no royal duties, no public role, and no support from senior members of the family. Even his daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, have quietly distanced themselves from him in public appearances. Sources say they still love their father, but they're deeply embarrassed by the scandals and want to protect their own young families. And as if the Epstein saga wasn't enough, these new Thailand allegations have reignited public anger. Lownie says his information came from credible sources within the diplomatic community and that he's willing to provide documentation if needed. The palace, for its part, has refused to comment, sticking to its usual line. "We do not respond to claims made by third parties." But that silence is fueling more suspicion. Social media has exploded with hashtags like "Not My Prince" and "Abolish the Monarchy," trending across the UK. Even royal supporters, the die-hard monarchists, are struggling to defend him now. Commentators say King Charles's firm action was about protecting the crown, not the man. Historian Robert Lacey, author of Battle of Brothers, told Sky News, "This is the monarchy's survival strategy." Charles knows the institution can't afford another Andrew scandal. Lacey added that by making the move now, Charles is sending a message to the public that no one, not even his own brother, is above the rules. Rumors also swirl that authorities could reopen some parts of the Epstein investigation in the UK, now that new testimony from US cases is coming to light. While Andrew has always denied any wrongdoing, the combination of old allegations and fresh claims from Thailand is putting enormous pressure on Buckingham Palace. Some lawmakers in Parliament are even calling for a full audit of how public money was spent during Andrew's time as trade envoy. Meanwhile, inside Sandringham, Andrew's new life is shaping up to be lonely. Friends describe him as bitter and still in denial. One insider told the Daily Beast that he spends most of his days watching TV, riding horses, and making phone calls trying to get sympathy from former royal allies. But few pick up anymore. "The truth is," said the source, "the family's done with him." And yet, there's a sad irony here. For decades, Andrew was known as the Queen's favorite son. Elizabeth II reportedly defended him until her final days, refusing to believe the worst. But even her loyalty couldn't save him forever. The moment she passed and Charles took the throne, everything changed. What was once covered up is now exposed. The institution that protected him for years is finally cutting him loose. As historian Lownie put it during the podcast, Andrew has brought shame on the entire institution. If the monarchy wants to survive, it must prove no one is untouchable, not even a prince. Whether or not the more salacious Thailand allegations ever get proven in court, the damage is already done. Andrew's reputation is gone. His royal life is over. And his name, once linked to privilege and prestige, is now tied forever to scandal. King Charles's decision to remove his brother's titles might seem harsh, but insiders say it's also deeply personal. One palace aide revealed that Charles felt betrayed by Andrew's refusal to take accountability. "The king told him directly," the aide said, "You've humiliated the family, and you've made a mockery of everything Mother stood for." Even Queen Camilla, who has often been the quiet diplomat in these situations, reportedly told friends she never wants to share a public event with him again. That's why Andrew has been missing from every major royal occasion in 2025, from Easter services to trooping the color. His absence isn't accidental. It's official exile. Still, some sources claim Andrew hasn't given up hope. According to a report in the Express, he believes time will eventually heal his image. He's even rumored to be writing a tell-all book, one that could set the record straight from his point of view. But royal experts say that would be the final straw. If Andrew publishes anything, one insider said, he'll be cut off completely, financially and personally. So what happens next? For the first time in his life, Prince Andrew is facing what normal people face: consequences. No more royal funding, no more protection, no more immunity from criticism. His downfall isn't just a family scandal anymore, it's a warning to anyone who thinks royal blood guarantees a free pass. And that's exactly how King Charles wants it. His reign depends on proving that the monarchy can adapt, modernize, and stay accountable. By exiling his own brother, he's showing the public, and maybe even Parliament, that he's serious about reform. The royal family has survived wars, divorces, and death, but what it can't survive is hypocrisy. That's why this story matters. Prince Andrew's fall from grace isn't just about sex scandals or money or privilege. It's about what happens when a 1,000-year-old institution finally decides to clean house. And for Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor, the man who once stood beside the Queen at state banquets and military parades, the message is brutal but clear. You're on your own now.